want to see revival. I want to see revival. I want to see the glory of the Lord break through and really get a hold of hearts, because I think that's the biggest thing. We see, the sex trades and the sex activity and the promiscuity all over every part of culture right now, and it's a battle, and especially for the younger generation. The enemy wants to get the younger generation yoked to things that neutralizes them early, that neutralizes their ability to stand. And the enemy is always afraid of a David being raised up. How many of you know that? The enemy's always afraid of a David being raised up. What was different about David is he was a worshiper, and he saw clearly what was happening. He saw clearly. He comes up on the battle with Goliath when the army's setting out there. He saw it clearly. This guy's defying God. He's defying the armies of Israel. And all the other Israelites were just like, yeah, that's Goliath. Ooh. David was like, this guy's, he was frustrated, angry about what he was saying and doing. And David's eyes were opened, and the other guys, the whole army were kind of neutralized. And God, but how many of you want to pray for some Davids? Amen. Lord, raise up some Davids. And David's eyes were opened in a lot of situations in his life. Another particular situation was the Jebusite stronghold. That Jebusite stronghold, which now is Jerusalem, was right in the middle of David's kingdom. And I was telling a person about this. She had a handicapped child. And some people read that story about the Jebusite stronghold, and they think that David hated handicapped people. They're like, David hated handicapped people because he was angry at the handicapped people. But what had happened is the Jebusite king had put handicapped people on the wall to taunt David, to say, David, you'll never, Israel, you'll never win this battle, because we could even put our handicapped people on the wall and we'll defeat you. So that was a taunt to David, and it said he hated that they were not, more reverence to what David could do. And David got a hold of God and said, God, give us this Jebusite stronghold. And David didn't go a normal way against the Jebusite stronghold, like straight against it. He had someone to come up through the water gate. Somebody say, God has a different way to win this battle. God has a different way to win certain battles. It may not be the way you were thinking, amen? But David got the Jebusite stronghold. He sent Joab, I believe it was, that went up and his men, and they conquered the Jebusite stronghold. And now it is the wonderful old city of Jerusalem that we understand now. And we're thankful for David's eyesight being able to recognize.